Can you believe it? We've made it to the end of another year, and trust me, 2024 has been nothing short of groundbreaking in the world of aesthetic medicine. Stick around because we're diving into the most innovative trends, the game-changing breakthroughs, and yes, even a couple of fails in the anti-aging space this year. We're going to look at 2024 and how it has been transformative, offering unprecedented solutions for looking and feeling younger. And just a little tease here, we're going to look at some of the most popular injectables. We're going to look at some of the tech driving some of the treatments. And we're also going to be looking at some of the celebrity-driven trends that, well, maybe we'll just say they flopped. So without any further ado, let's get on to some of the major aesthetic trends of 2024. Well, injectables continue to reign supreme. When you think of cosmetic treatments, the first things that typically come to mind are neurotoxin, Botox, and fillers. But here's the thing with fillers this year. There has been a lot more focus on biostimulating fillers and how they're not just filling anymore. They're actually reshaping collagen over the long term. So this is very interesting. And I've noticed this too in the clinic. More and more of the clients are asking for these regenerative type of fillers. And I'll give you a really good example. One of these that we've been having a lot more requests for is Sculptra. This is a type of filler, but it is not filler in the typical sense of the word. Typical fillers are made of hyaluronic acid. Sculptra is not hyaluronic acid. It is a regenerative product that when you fill, encourages the body to grow more collagen. And what that means is your tissues are actually growing more robust, more healthy. They become more youthful looking. And this is a huge trend. It has been a huge trend for 2024. Additionally, we've been seeing a lot more combo treatments where you take one of these regenerative type of fillers like Sculptra and combining that with the hyaluronic acid for more immediate effects. And then you have the two of these working in a synergistic way, which can give you the best of both worlds. Another huge trend that we have seen is along the lines of supernatural aesthetics. This is a trend towards subtle, invisible tweaks, things that you have done that make you look really great, but that people don't really know that you had something done. They can't quite put their finger on the fact that you had something done, but yet the results make you look more youthful, make you look more rested, make you look more attractive. And these are things that we are seeing more and more. Fortunately, thankfully, the overly obvious procedures, those that can be considered to be not natural, those tend to be not as popular anymore, and in fact may be on their way out. Another thing that we've seen is a lot of skin tightening treatments. They tend to be smarter. There's a lot more technology behind devices, behind radio frequency, behind customized energy levels. The technology is getting better and better so that these devices can target specific areas and your specific types of skin with more efficiency and less risk of any of the redness or side effects that can happen with these things. We're seeing micro procedures, meaning non-invasive mini lifts that mimic surgical results. These are things that can be done with threads, and we are focusing on natural elasticity rather than stiffness. You can see a theme here. A lot of the trends that we've seen in 2024 are focused around natural results and not the overdone, over-the-top type of look. Now, as far as the breakthrough technology of 2024, I would say that exosomes have become quite mainstream. And exosomes are these little tiny messengers that in a biological system, without getting too technical, they help to communicate between cells. So a cell might give out an exosome, which then travels to another cell. And that is a way of communicating and telling that new cell, that target cell, to do something, to grow more collagen. And what we are seeing is that we can now use exosomes from everything with facials to post-treatment serums. There are lots of ways that these tiny little messengers are regenerating skin on a cellular level. And that means better recovery. It means better healing. It means better growth. It means better skin texture overall. And I have to say, certainly celebrity endorsements are driving this exosome trend through the roof, as is often the case. And you can actually go back to my last podcast and hear a little bit more about how social media is affecting treatments in a general sense. So what was the most overhyped or controversial trend? I would say it's the overfilled, overdone alien look, if you will. This trend is collapsing. It is dying. The trend of having these overfilled cheeks, the trend of having lips that are absolutely massive, the trend of having things that just don't look natural, we are not seeing that as much anymore. And I can tell you from personal experience as well in the clinic that I'm just not getting those types of requests. And that's great with me because my philosophy has always been to provide naturally looking results. So this is great. I think it's a good thing that this trend is on its way out. In fact, people are opting to dissolve their fillers more and more to have that more natural look if they are looking like they have been overdone. Another thing that has flopped over the past year, or at least is on its way out, is a hint at these crazy facials or bizarre skincare routines that had been promoted or that still are promoted on social media. Definitely 2024 has had its wild moments. And without mentioning any names, I would just caution all of you, all the listeners, all the viewers of this episode, just be careful when you are blindly following celebrity endorsements when they are not always experts on what they are doing. Sometimes these things can have some detrimental effects, and just be careful with what you're doing. Having said that, a lot of people are sharing reputable information, which is fantastic, but you just have to be very careful. And if you're not sure, obviously consult with a professional. So without getting too much into 2025, because I'd like to do another specific episode on predictions as we head into 2025 with aesthetics, but probably what we are going to see is a lot more technology-based consultations. We're going to see AI coming in more and more. We're going to see innovations in skin longevity from stem cell research, the exosomes, peptides. These sorts of things are going to become more and more talked about in 2025. And so I'd love to know, to finish off, what did you see in 2024? Did you change something? Did you notice a new practice in the way that you were taking care of your health and your wellness and your skincare? What did you do in 2024 that was different than 2023? Is there something that you embraced, something that you tried for the first time? I'd love to hear. Share that with me. Of course, you can always reach me on Instagram at Dr. Teri Fisher, DrTerifisher. And stay tuned for the upcoming episode. If you're listening to this on the day that this comes out, it is December 31st. So I want to wish you all the very best for the new year. Thank you so much for sticking with me, not just for this episode, but throughout 2024. Your support means the world. And I'm really excited to bring you more anti-aging insights in 2025. We will be starting off shortly with an episode on things to expect in 2025. And with that, Happy New Year, everyone. I will see you in the next year. Take care.